Hi, this video is the first in a series of videos I'm going to create on mental math. I'm creating this video to help people who struggle with doing calculations in their heads. The objective is to provide you techniques to add numbers in mind so that you're able to do the calculations without using pen and paper. Let's first break down what you can do. What you can do is definitely dependent on the skills you have. But at the same time, it is also dependent on the technique you have. For example, the amount of weight that you can carry from point A to point B definitely depends on your body strength, right? That's your skill. However, it also depends on how you carry that 50 kgs. Right? For example, do you carry it on your shoulder or do you use wheels to carry that 50 kgs? Clearly, a person using wheels will be able to transport or carry from point A to point B a much larger weight than a person who is using his shoulders to carry that weight. Right? So while skills do matter, technique, that is how you do your work. Technique is the how part. How you do your work also has a significant impact on what you are able to achieve. Now, while skills take a long amount of time to build, it may take you months or years to build skills. Technique can be changed in a matter of hours or days. This and the subsequent videos in this mental math series are about teaching you the techniques to master mental math. The more you practice these techniques, the better you will become at mental math. So, ready to get started? Before we get started with the techniques, I want to emphasize here that all the techniques are about avoiding long addition. Okay, so you'll see that we'll be not touching long addition, and that's what I would recommend, that you stop doing long addition. Long addition, you understand that you put numbers one below the other and then there is a carryover and all that, right? So that is a traditional approach, and if you follow that approach, you will not be able to become anywhere close to good in mental math. So no to long addition, and in subsequent videos you will hear me saying that no to long subtraction, no to long multiplication and all that. Okay, so we'll not be doing that traditional approach of addition. Okay, let's get started. We'll start by looking at adding 2-digit numbers to 1-digit numbers, and then we'll talk about adding 2-digit to 2-digit, 2-digit to 3-digit, and lastly 3-digit to 3-digit. Let's get started. Now, there are 3 different strategies I'll talk about on how to add 2-digit numbers to 1-digit numbers. So let's look at this, 56 plus 6. Now what you can do is, you can see probably that 56, if I add 4 here, it will become 60. So you split 6 into 4 plus 2. So now it becomes 56 plus 4 plus 2. So it becomes 60 plus 2. So 62. So in this case, we are splitting the smaller number. We are splitting this number so that this becomes the closest 10. So 67 would become 70 if I add 3 to it. So I split 8 into 3 plus 5. So it becomes 70 plus 5, which is 75. Here again, 75 would become 80 if I have 5. So I'll split 9 into 5 plus 4. So it becomes 75 plus 5, 80 plus 4, so 84. Okay, this is a strategy in which I'm splitting the smaller number, 1-digit number, into 2 parts so that the 2-digit number becomes the closest 10, multiple of 10. The next strategy is essentially flipping, in which case what I do is, if I'm given 6 plus 56, it's difficult for me to think in this way. So what I do is simply I make it 56 plus 6. Okay, that's a very simple thing that somebody is asking me to add 6 plus 56. It may be difficult for me to visualize this way, so I'll just flip it to say, okay, this is the same as 56 plus 6, and then I go the regular way. 56 plus 4 plus 2 is 60 plus 2, which is 62. And then 8 plus 74, again the larger number is the second one, so I flip it, I make it 74 plus 8, so it becomes 74 plus 6 plus 2, so 80 plus 2, it becomes 82. The third strategy is addition by subtraction. In this case what I do is, so I am given 66 plus 9, so 9 is very close to 10, right? So I take it to 10, and then I see, but 9 is not really 10, so it is 10 minus 1. So I make it 10 minus 1. So I'm now introducing subtraction in a problem of addition. So that's why it's addition by subtraction. So it becomes 66 plus 7 plus 10 becomes 76 minus 1. So it becomes 75. Same thing here, 77 plus 10 minus 1, that becomes 77 plus 10 is just 87 minus 1, 86. 58 plus 8, similar. So this is 10 minus 2. So it becomes 68 minus 2, 66. You can use these three strategies while adding 2-digit numbers with 1-digit numbers, and you will see we'll be using these strategies in different ways in all cases of addition, whether we are adding 2-digit with 2-digit, 2-digit with 3-digit, and so on. One thing to understand here is that these three strategies are universally applicable. So you can apply these three strategies on any addition problem. Okay, you need not really see, okay, which strategy is going to work where. All three strategies will work. You just need to see which strategy would be the most helpful. Okay. And how would you get to know which strategy is going to be the most helpful in a given addition problem? That will come through practice. Right now it makes sense to practice as much as possible, right? The first and the third strategy. Second strategy is just about, okay, if you are not presented the problem in the right order or in the order that you are comfortable with, then you can use the second strategy. Essentially the two strategies, the more you practice, the better you will become at them, and then you will also start getting a sense, okay, which strategy is going to be more useful in a given problem. Let's talk about adding 2-digit numbers with 2-digit numbers. The first strategy is expanding both. What I mean is, it's 74 plus 18. Expanding both means I write 74 as 70 plus 4, 18 as 10 plus 8. So expanded both the numbers. Now I just add 70 plus 10, so that becomes 80, and then I add 8 plus 4, 12, and then I just add 80 plus 12. We can go the iterative way if you want. So 80 plus 10 plus 2, so that becomes 92. Similarly with the second, we can do 60 plus 3 plus 10 plus 7, so that becomes 60 plus 10, 70. 3 plus 7, 10, so that becomes 80. So in your mind it will be 60 plus 10, 70, and then 3 plus 7, 10, 70 plus 10, 80. Similarly here, so you'll do 90 plus 10 and then 6 plus 9. So that becomes 100 plus 15, that is simply 115. That is one. Generally I don't do this because if you expand both, it becomes a bit cumbersome. I generally expand one. In case you expand one, I expand the smaller one. So I'll give you an example. The first option is expanding the tens digit. Okay, so what I write this as 74 plus 10 plus 8. So expanded just the second one, not the first one. The first one is still 74. So it becomes 84 plus 8. So 10 digit first means I am adding the tens digit first to the two digit number here. So it becomes 84 plus 8, 92. Here 63 plus 10 plus 7. So that becomes 73 plus 7, which is 80. As you can see, the number of steps has gone down in the second strategy because you are expanding just one of the numbers. So again 96 plus 10 plus 9, so 106 plus 9, that becomes 115. You can also choose to add the units digit first. I was adding the tens digit first in these three cases. You can add the units digit first, so it becomes 74 plus 8 plus 10, so it becomes 82 plus 10, which is 92. You can add the units digit first, so 77 plus 3 would become 80 plus 30 would be 110. So here again you add 7 first, 40 plus 35 plus 7 would become 52 plus 30, it becomes 82. Both are very similar strategies. You will see that in some cases one strategy is faster than the other strategy. If you don't like, or if you are new to both the strategies, it makes sense to just focus on one strategy so that you are not unnecessarily confused between picking one of these two. The last strategy here is addition by subtraction. That's what we did in the earlier case while adding 2-digit numbers to 1-digit numbers also. Addition by subtraction means I see that 19 is very close to 20, so I make it 20 and then I subtract 1. Now adding 20 is easier, right? So 20 is just, it becomes 9 becomes 11, so 116 minus 1, it becomes 150. So addition by subtraction essentially means we take the second numbers to a multiple of 10, to a higher multiple of 10, and then we subtract. Okay, so it becomes 49 plus 40 minus 6, so it becomes 89 minus 6, 83. Of course, you also have an option of taking this number to the higher number. So you can also do 50 minus 1 plus 34. So that becomes 84 minus 1. So 84 you add first and then you subtract. Okay, whatever is comfortable. So 38 plus 48 becomes 38 plus 50 minus 2. So that becomes 88 minus 2. So that becomes 86. So here we are taking one of the numbers and making it a multiple of 10. We are making it a higher multiple of 10. Then we are subtracting the residual, whatever we added. Okay, these are the three strategies. Again, the more you try these strategies, the more you practice these strategies, the more comfortable you're going to get with them. Now let's look at adding 3-digit numbers with 2 or 3-digit numbers. The first option is expanding both. In cases of expanding both, what I'll suggest is you don't expand 185 into 100 plus 80 plus 5. What you can do is 180 plus 5 plus 70 plus 1. So it becomes 180 plus 70, which is 250. Right? 18 plus 7 is 25 plus 6. So that becomes 256. Similarly here you can do 150 plus 60 plus 4 plus 7. So that becomes 210 plus 11, which is 221. In the third case, it becomes 140 plus 70 plus 8 plus 5. That is 210 plus 13. So that becomes 223. In this case, we are expanding both. We can also choose to expand one. And again, I'll be expanding the smaller one, which is the 2-digit one if we have just one 2-digit and one 3-digit. So I'll make it 185 plus 70 plus 1. So that becomes, so 18 plus 7 I'll be adding, right? The 5 will remain there. So 18 plus 7 will be 250 plus 1. So that becomes 256. In this case, 154 plus 60 plus 7. So that becomes 214 plus 7. So that becomes 221. Here 148 plus 70 plus 5. Okay, now if this is quite taxing for you, then you can of course resort to just this. But this is also another way. that you can do. So it becomes 223. Okay, another method is a method we have been doing for a long time now, which is addition by subtraction. So we take one of the numbers closest to the multiple of 10 minus 1. So 144 plus 170 is 140 plus 170 plus 4, and then there is minus 1. So it becomes 310 plus 3, so 313. Okay, so in your head, this is what will be going on. So you'll look at 144 plus 170 minus 1, 170, 140 will be 310, 310 plus 4, 314 minus 1, 313. Okay, that's how it will be working out. Similarly here, you can make it 200 minus 2. So now it's simple. So 2 plus 1, 335 minus 2, it's going to be 333. Here it's very close to 250. Now this still may be a challenge for you, right? So what you can also do here is, you can make this also close to, you can break this down into 250 plus 13. Now this will be easier, right? 250 plus 250 will be 500 plus 12, so it's 512. Right, so you can see which one is going to be easier to handle. That's the basic objective here, right? In 249, we know that 250 is going to be easier to handle. So we make it 250 minus 1. In case of 263, we can see that in case, since we already have 250, if we make it 250 plus something, it's going to be easier for us because 250 plus 250 will become 500. The fourth strategy that you can use, and that I use very often, is I do addition by breaking it down into 2-digit and 1-digit. So the way I'll do addition here is 160 plus 170 plus 4 plus 5, which is 9. So this is 16 plus 17 for me. So that becomes 330 plus 9. So 339. Okay. So here we'll have 17 plus 13. Okay. I know this multiplied by 10, right? So in my mind, this is what is going to be going on. 17 plus 13, and then I have 9 plus 5, which is 14. So this will be 300 plus 14, so 314. And this will be 14 plus 15, which is 29, and then 3 plus 4 is 7, so 29, 7, 297. Okay, so the more you do it, the more steps you will be able to skip, and the faster you will become. The last is simply flipping, something that we have talked about before. If the second number is a bigger number, it may be difficult for you to imagine. It's at least difficult for me to handle. So what I do is, in these cases, I make it 192 plus 74. And then in this case, I can see this is very close to 200. So I'll make it 200 minus 8 plus 74. 274 minus 8 is 266. In this case, I'll make it 444 plus 48. So you can go in various ways. I can add 40 plus and then 8. So it becomes 484 plus 8. So it becomes 492. Again here I'll make it 123 plus 19. 19 is very close to 20. So I'll make it 20 minus 1. So this becomes 143 minus 1. So 142. Okay, so these are the 5 strategies that you can use when you are trying to solve an addition problem in your mind without using pen and paper.